This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about a little other wrestling news, if you will, that's going on while we watch this match together. TNA is on, and it's its 4th week in. Had TNA been on the radar whatsoever for any of you in the WWE at this point, as it's been in existence now for about a month?
Well, without sounding like a total turd, not really.
Okay.
Here's the thing about that. People they look at that, they'll say, well, JR, he was shooting on TNA. He was dissing TNA.
Here comes the soundbite of the week.
Yeah. But we had all we could say grace over taking care of our business.
Sure.
You know, I had a roster to manage. I didn't have time to go home and watch wrestling. And I tried to watch as much as I could when it's feasible. But sometimes you just got to step away and let your batteries recharge. But no, it wasn't a big thing. It just really wasn't a big deal. So I'm and not knocking them. Not at all. It's just, how many hours are there in the day? You know, I think we just didn't sit around and watch wrestling. I had an administrative job to take care of. Talents had contractual issues. You know, our department managed the wellness program. There's always an adventure with that. So, you know, Bubba's a good heel, and they're working with Benoit. Bubba's does a good job, in my opinion, more often than not, with his comments on Busted Open with Dave LaGreca there on Sirius XM. I big proponent of that show. I like it because it takes it just gives us another perspective, which I think is good. A different point of view sometimes. Don't always agree, but it's irrelevant.
It's good because I think with them, they're not really associated with any of the companies, so they're gonna give it, you know, the full scale review, whether it's good, bad, and the ugly, on for all the companies. And I kind of like having that independent voice of someone who's actually been in the business.
Yeah, me too. And you know, they got Mark Henry there, Tommy Dreamer.
Yep.
All those guys are lifers. They love the business. You know, Mark's with AEW now, and we're all happy to have him.
That's what I was going to ask. As soon as you said his name, you know, him now, is he kind of part of the backstage every week? And
yeah, he's there. He's there. He comes every week, and he's generally stays busy having young talent sit under his learning tree. He kind of reminds me a little bit, not because they're both African American, of Ernie Ladd and his wisdom, experiences, sharing, mentoring, and Mark's really good at that. And that's, you know, Big Show. I was talking to Big Show down in Miami at length because our dressing facilities were a little snug, and you know, he's working hard on his weight and getting back in better shape. So he didn't say it to me, but I'm assuming that somewhere down the road we'll see Big Show back in the ring. Now, I don't think it's going to be every week. You know, we don't use anybody every week, really.
Right.
But I think but I do think that he'll be back in the ring at some point in time, and he'll be rejuvenated. He'll be renewed. I think he'll do well.
Yeah, I think that's been kind of enjoyable to see how the older talents are mixed in and used, the veterans, if you will, within the company. And it's not right back into the ring. Certainly have someone like Christian Cage, who's in phenomenal shape and looks like he's never left the business for 7 years, and he looks incredible, and he's doing his thing. And by the way, I'm enjoying him and Matt Hardy. I think that's kind of fun. But, you know, I'd love to see Big Show get in there one more time. And if he wants to get in shape and do that, then so be it. If he's healthy enough, can you believe a guy at his size and his age is still and doing relatively well physically?
Yeah, he is. And we're happy for that, no doubt. Boy, these guys, all the little nuances, as the fans can see here, following us, let's watch along, all the little things that guys like Guerrero and Benoit do, and Jeff Hardy selling. That's part of Jeff Hardy's magic, is just selling. Anybody's magic.
It's, you know, that's what was the part of the big magic for Shawn Michaels, too. In-ring performer, but his selling was incredible. So, and Jeff Hardy encapsulates a lot of that, too. And I love your comparison to Darby Allin. I definitely see.
Darby's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites to talk to. You know, Darby's very creative. Comes up with a lot of his own material, shall we say. And he's one of our homegrown guys that we take pride in. You know, him, Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, for example, just two of them. And like you mentioned, Ethan Page. Nobody should sleep on Ethan Page. He's going to be a big time player. And I said, well, he's already a big time player.
He's got the charisma.
He drew that big house in Impact Wrestling one time. Okay, take it easy. He's in a different arena right now, and he's doing really, really well.
Scale. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad we have him. He looks great. He's got a good attitude, smart kid. So he's going to contribute. I believe he stays away from injuries. He's going to contribute in a big way for a long time to come. Look at how aggressive Eddie is.
Yeah.
I don't know where you are in this thing, but Eddie doesn't know he's 5'8". Nobody told him.
He's a buff.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.